Hey now, it's Little Paulette without the gang, and I am back with the recap for Our Kind of People, Season 1, Episode 8, Sistervention, Part 3. Let's get right into it, y'all. I want y'all to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Hit that bell if you want to, too, so you can find out when my next video is coming out. Oh, it starts off with Quincy. Walking down the hallway, he go knock on the door of the maid's granddaughter and tells her he want to invite her to the party and how he let his dad know and he want to celebrate, his new independence, and they get ready to kiss, and the grandmother pop up out of nowhere. He like, how you doing? She said, vigilant. Yes, honey, watch your granddaughter. I got one granddaughter and one grandson. And my granddaughter is 12 and she is built, honey. Let me tell you, I gotta watch. Yeah, I gotta watch. Grandma say it's too late, and I don't hold no judgment what you do with any other woman, but with this one, steer clear, honey. This one I do. Get her, Nana. My kids call me Mimi. Get her, Mimi. Get her, my grandkids. It cuts to Raymond knocking on a hotel room of the white boy, his frenemy, Jack. And Jack told him, come on in. That's why I gave you a key for. He thought it was Leah, y'all. But it's Raymond, honey. He came in, and the way he came in, it looked like he knew about him giving the key to Leah, but he was talking about he heard that old boy wasn't going to sign the agreement. I was like, damn, I want Raymond to whoop his ass for giving his wife a damn key. Shit. Go at least slap him like Will did. Just go up to him and just slap him. Slap him, Elaine, slap her. Old boy said he signed his shares away to Teddy, so now it's just between Raymond and Teddy. He just stabbed him in the back. That's why I call him a friend of me. Why would you do that? This has been in your grandfather's. Both of their grandfathers started this together when they was young. Their great-great-grandfathers or something like that started this company together. That's why they ended together. And he gonna just give it to Teddy like that? This is what I was just talking to my husband about earlier, about how white people don't feel like they have nothing to give back to or nobody to answer to as far as their community and stuff like that. Not all white people, but some white people are like that. Not that all black people do, but most black people are raised to give back and take care of others and stuff. It's just crazy. Raymond said, I knew I shouldn't have trusted you. He said, yeah, that's right, you shouldn't have. And he said, now that we're not business partners, let me clue you in on something. Start telling him how good Leah look. This white boy standing in front of this black man, this chocolate-ass black man, telling him how good his wife looked and how he want her. Now tell me that ain't some bold-ass shit. Woo, Raymond whooped his ass. God damn. He whooped his ass. The way his head was boom, boom, swinging to the side, boom. I thought he was going to just stop moving like Coach Cheese did on Cooley High. Because that's what he looked like. Like he about to die. Raymond beat that ass. When I tell you he beat that ass, he beat that ass. He beat that ass. Damn, he left him on the ground. Raymond said, we're done. Our family's done. White boy tried to get up. Raymond slammed the door. He couldn't even get up off the floor. That nigga laid back down. Was like, arrgh. Woo, after that ass whooping, he need a massage. He needs some Vicodin. He needs some, I don't know, some illicit street drugs. Because weed ain't going to help you. Like, I'm a medical cannabis holder, so I'm going to tell you, ain't that much weed in the world unless you don't smoke. Because of that ass whooping. You need to sit in an ice tub, all that stuff. But that ass whooping that you just got. Then it cuts to Nikki just chilling, like looking like she's writing something, and also looking at Nate's journal. Her mother comes in asking her what's up, why she didn't go to the bonfire that, her cousin Quincy was just talking about, trying to get the maid's daughter to go to. And she said she felt like writing and stuff. Angela said, Nate told me what happened. How come you didn't tell me? Nikki won't look at her, looking all scared, trying to come up with something. It wasn't that big of a deal. I tried to stay calm, for him, like you. And then that's when she turns around looking at her. But you could tell it's bothering her. Angela tells Nikki how she reminds her so much of herself, trying to be strong when she really shouldn't, and how she wished that her mom would have showed her more, and maybe they would have broke this generational curse or this cycle of trying to be strong, pretending to be strong when you really falling apart. And I think a lot of black women, a lot of women, period, but we have a bigger burden than a lot of other women. And we really, really are like taught to be strong black women, where other women aren't taught that same thing. They are taught to rely on a husband and things like that. We're kind of taught that you might not get no husband, and you're going to have your own. And if you do, you need to have your money to the side just in case he leave. And, a lot of negative things that could happen, but a very negative outlook on relationships. A lot of us are taught. That's not all of us. I'm not speaking for everybody, y'all. Nikki said, but you're never falling apart. Her mother said, Nikki, yes, I do. Girl, you just don't know. Let me tell y'all something. All these mothers out here, especially when they're doing it by themselves, and even if they're not doing it by themselves, they're having their moments where they are just breaking down and falling apart. And if they're not, they're just exploding on people because they're not having their moments of crying it out or trying to just work through it. They're exploding on people, because I used to be a person that used to explode on people, and I see it in people all the time. I see myself all the time. Angela says she struggled just like everybody else, and she said being a mother and a father to you, it made it hard to show when you're hurting. And it's true, because you want to be strong for your kids. If you have a husband, their father in your life, he could be the one and you can be the soft one. But when you don't have that other partner, you got to be both. You don't want your kids to think that they can run over you, or they see you upset and then they can just get over, because some kids are like that. But we do have to show our kids our softer side. Angela apologizes for that, because she says she thinks it sent Nikki the wrong message, and she tells her she's allowed to be vulnerable. And we don't teach our girls that enough. We really don't. We teach our girls all about being strong, but not being vulnerable. And I'm not saying that you have to be vulnerable with everybody or every man and all of that. But if you learn that in the beginning, you won't be so distrustful of it later. Nikki says she just saw her dad panic and she ain't know how to help. And Angela said, you don't have to know how to help. You're a kid. Let us grown folk do our part and take care of you. We'll work through it. You ain't got to worry about it, baby. Angela asked Nikki how she feel about letting her dad move in with them, and Nikki says she would love it. But I'm not surprised that Nikki says she would love it. I'm surprised that Angela asked her about allowing Nate, not asked her, but is allowing Nate to move in, y'all. I had to go to way back for that one. Yes, Hunty. Yes, Hunty. And I love it. I love it. I love co-parenting, when people break up and they still can be cool. I love that. Cuts to Raymond and Leah, and they're having a conversation about how did they get there, and they both admit that they were wrong and they were lying. And Leah says that she was trying to protect him because she was kind of embarrassed that she tried to help, and then her dad locked her out the books too, and she couldn't really do anything. She's supposed to be the big and powerful Leah, but Leah DuPont, but she can't even help her husband. And he's just like, you could have just told me that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Leah telling the truth, but that's what she's saying, y'all. So Raymond says that, even though you and my mom don't get along, I always let her know, and she does know that you are my wife and you come first. I guess basically he's saying you don't do the same thing with your dad. You know what I'm saying? So she says, as your wife, what can I do? I'm side-eyeing Leah right now. Girl, please. Raymond said it's always been you and him against the world. And me trying not to hurt you kind of stops me or handcuffs me from really coming out swinging and doing what I usually do. And she's like, yeah, it always has been me and Daddy against the world. But it's me and you against the world, too. So is she giving him permission, y'all, to come at her dad and get his company back? Leah said no handcuffs. He was like, fine. So, you know, he gonna do his thing now. He turns to leave out the room. She said, where you going? He's like, well, you said you needed some space. I'm gonna go back out where I was sleeping at. She took off her robe because she had on a necklace and a robe. She said, who said anything about sleep? Shoot, he backed up and closed them double doors. And it was on and popping. Cuts to Leah's daughter in her car. I guess they're using the mother's car for the night. And Leah left the key to the hotel sitting right in the middle console. This little nosy little girl picks it up and just calls the number to the hotel and asks for the room number. And they say, Mr. Harmon is there. You like to leave a message? She like, Jack Harmon? This little nosy little chick, she just gonna immediately, who does that? Who does that? Oof. Then it cuts to Nate showing up to the house where Angela is letting him know that her and Nikki talked and they want him to move in. This fool gonna talk about he don't want no handout. She was like, a handout is where you staying at Teddy Franklin house. This is family. This is about your daughter. Your daughter deserved to have two parents. Ooh, Nate, don't be a dusty again. Come on now, you was coming up out of your dustiness. So he tells her that, you know, if you want me in your life, you're gonna have to let me be her father because you held it down for 17 years. And she's like, okay. They hug, and of course, Tyree comes through the damn front door, busting in, looking drunk, and they stop hugging, and she goes over to talk to him, and he's like, you wanted to talk? I'm here. Looking like Eddie Kane Jr. or something. Tyreek start talking crazy. I see you got your ex here. You ain't waste no time. Start running up on the ex. She gets in the middle of him, and the ex said, you ain't worth it. And he looked like he about to cry. She keep telling him, no, come back tomorrow. You're drunk. Stop. He looking like he's so hurt, like she chose Nate over him. And he said, maybe y'all ain't worth it. Maybe none of this is. He turn around and walk out, snatch away, because he mad, drunk, just acting like a little child because he mad over the stuff that's going on with his father, and I guess he don't know how to handle it about what happened to his dad. So he leave out and slams the door, y'all. And that's how the show ended. So that is going to be the end of Our Kind of People, Season 1, Episode 8, Sistervention. So we only got 4 more episodes to go, y'all. Don't forget to hit that like button. Please leave a comment and subscribe. Hit the bell if you want when you want to be notified of my next video is out. And thank you guys so much for watching, and peace.